Hey everybody, Josh and David here for Whiskey Wednesday for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. We have a fun Whiskey Wednesday today. We've got a few announcements kind of before we get started. First of all, I want to thank everybody who signed up for our brand new Argonaut Whiskey Society. It's been a huge success. We had over 300 applications for the 100 spots. So we're starting to work through. Everyone who has been accepted to the first wave should have gotten an email. One, a kind of welcome email, hey, you got selected. Second, a link to actually pay for the club. Once you pay for the club, you're in, and you will get another email with your opportunity to reserve your bottle of our Blanton's Gold store pick. So we're super excited for that. For those of you who haven't gotten anything yet, still keep an eye out. If there are people in those first 100 that, for whatever reason decide not to sign up, we'll start going down the waiting list from there. And for anybody else who's interested, I would definitely send in an app now, get your name in, get your name on that wait list, because it has been growing ever since we announced.
Yeah, super exciting. And welcome back from Kentucky. Did you guys have fun out there or what?
Yeah, we had a blast. Like I said last week, I think we did about 10 barrels while we were down there. 5 of them at Heaven Hill, including a surprise barrel that is going to be one of the first in the country. We were super excited about it. The juice on it was just incredible. We did a Bardstown, we did a Green River that was super special, very different from anything else we picked, and a bunch of others. So we had a great week. We got a lot done, and part of what we got coming up is the Whiskey Wheel. So the Whiskey Wheel is the Saturday before Father's Day. That is June 14th, starting at 10 a.m. This year is going to be awesome. We have way more bottles than we've ever had. I mean, we're looking at in the 800-900 bottle range of all kinds of different stuff.
And for those of you who think you might be missing out on the Blanton's Gold from the Whiskey Society, you're not. We're still going to probably give out 140 bottles.
Yeah, something like that from the Blanton's Gold barrel will be on the wheel.
Still available. And, and moving forward as well, a lot of comments we had. Everybody's still going to have access to all of our barrels. Just the Whiskey Society is going to have the first 100.
Right. Yeah. So one of the benefits of the Whiskey Society is we're going to have a week period before we release any new single barrel pick to the public, where members will get to reserve their one bottle. So one of the benefits there. But like David said, there's plenty left over. There's going to be a bunch on the wheel. We have over 900 bottles. I think we have close to 3 or 4 times the amount of unicorn bottles that we had. Also, for members, you'll get an email and an invite to a Reddit forum where we'll talk about this as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to set up a separate line so members can start lining up. And one of your benefits of being a member is that you do get to start the Whiskey Wheel in front.
Yep. Show up on time though.
Yep. But once we start the wheel at 10 a.m., that'll be closed. So we'll explain that all in the email and on the Reddit forum. But look out for those guys, and we'll communicate a little bit more with members going forward.
What else we got going on, dude?
What else? During the wheel and that whole weekend for Father's Day, we are running a 20% off of all wine sales. So 20% off our original price for all wine. So while you're standing in line for the wheel or looking around after you get your bottle, definitely check that out. The entire wine department is going to be on sale, so that's a huge deal.
Dads drink wine too.
Yeah, dads drink wine too. I'm a dad. I love wine.
In the wine department specifically, maybe shop a little bit.
Right. And then after that, we got Pride coming up, right?
Yeah, so we are doing, on June 29th, Start Your Pride at Argonaut. It is on 17th Street this year, unfortunately, because of construction. But we're having a lot of fun stuff going on in our parking lot. And I believe we have breakfast, a couple things. I've not nailed down the specifics yet, but it is Sunday, June 29th, starting at 8 a.m. You can park in our parking lot, the back lot specifically, and then walk over to 17th Street if you'd like. But yeah, Start Your Pride at Argonaut.
Yeah, we were a little bummed that, obviously the Pride Parade wasn't going down Colfax this year, so we decided to have kind of our own little party in the parking lot. More on that to come. There will be a bunch of food vendors, merch available, all kinds of different stuff. And then, you can get whatever you need to head down to the parade or to Civic Center Park after.
Or come back and go back over to Civic.
Right.
Laws giveaway?
Yeah, we also, I don't know if you guys have seen, running on Westward, we have a gift basket for a Laws giveaway. It's a bottle of their Super Weeder, a bottle of their orange curacao they've made. I mean, all the ingredients to make one of their signature cocktails at the distillery,
And
it
a
is
tour.
awesome. Yeah,
Right.
and 4 tickets for a tour. So,
Yeah.
and if you guys haven't done the tour down at Laws, it is awesome. They give you a ton of good information on how, you know, one whiskey is made and how they're different and how they use, you know, all Colorado grain, all Colorado products to make their whiskey and everything else they make there.
Well, cool. Well, after that
all that,
download,
yeah.
would you guys like to hear about the new OTR On the Rocks offerings from On the Rocks? They have use, you know, actual, you know, effing vodka for their what's the mule?
Yep.
Cruisin' rum for the mojito, and looks like Tres Generaciones for the margarita.
Yeah.
And since it's on the rocks, we're gonna try it on the rocks.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys may be familiar with the On the Rocks products. They were kind of $3.75 and now $7.50 bottles of pre-made cocktails.
Glass.
The idea, right, glass. The idea was, you know, you just pour them over ice on the rocks, they're good to go. So this is kind of their newest project. These are 4-pack cans, and yeah, the first one we've got in the glass is the Sparkling Lime Marg. So yeah, Tres Gen tequila, which if you haven't had is fantastic, and then their house-made triple sec.
It's great. And 10% ABV, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, 10% ABV, I think, across the board on these.
I mean, that's just a great, tastes like a light marg,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, not overly sugary, kind of like a, you know, almost a skinny marg type of deal. But, you know, the sparkling aspect of it adds a
Yep.
little bit. You know, this is something you could take, you know, as we always say, out on the golf course or to a park day, things like that. And at 10%, it's a little bit more of a kick than your White Claw or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, and then up next, so this is the Mango and Mint Mojito with Cruisin' Rum.
That's really mint forward on this. It's delicious. It tastes like it actually has a natural like mint leaf in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. The mint's very, you know, right on the front palate there. It actually, I thought the mango was going to overpower it, but I
No.
think the mango really takes a back seat to the mint, which is probably how you should make a mango mojito.
It's something I would prefer, but you know, for those of you who like the mango, it is there. It's just not very pronounced.
Yeah, and then third and finally, we have the Cucumber and Lemongrass Mule, made with effin' vodka. So, you know, without trying this, I assume they're going for a little bit of a kind of lighter, more summery flavor, not
Not the punch in the face you typically get with
Right.
the mule, which I said earlier when I tried it. You get the lemongrass in the nose for sure.
yeah, lemongrass on the nose. Cucumber is really the note that stands out. It really almost,
Very
I mean,
cucumber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
forward.
ginger beer in it's actually kind of really on the back end. You don't get a ton of ginger
Yeah,
with
like
it.
like the mango, it takes a back seat.
But yeah, I mean, all fantastic cocktails. They're available in 4-pack cans and available now at Argonaut.
Well, you want to draw a name?
Yeah, so today is the day to draw the name for our bottle of Jack Daniel's 14 for our monthly drawing. And let's see, we got Carter Johnson. So Carter, give us about a half hour to get this order set up for you, but you won the opportunity to purchase this bottle of Jack 14. So guys, a bunch of cool stuff coming up, obviously whiskey-wise here at Argonaut, but you know, wine and Pride and all these events too. So come on down, give them a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.